Hey Tiger fans, Mark Fitzpatrick from Tiger Club of Kansas City. It's Tuesday, December 4th. Special guest speaker today, head baseball coach Steve Bieser. Steve, thanks for coming up.
Well, thank you, Mark. It's a pleasure to be here. I always enjoy this every year.
You're entering your third year. Tigers have gotten better every year, but you lost a few guys to the draft this year. How do you feel coming out of the fall season?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for this season, and a lot of times when you have unknowns, that's what makes things so exciting. And I feel like we got a lot of good pieces. We got those pieces that we can put together, and I think the challenge early will be just figuring out how everybody fits in and how everybody can accept the role. The biggest thing is, you're bringing new guys in, and they've been full-time players all their careers, and now how are they going to take that role that they're going to be given and handle that role and be ready for even bigger roles?
TJ Sikkema was a stud out of the bullpen last year. You're moving him into the starting rotation this year. I don't think you have any doubts that he can make that adjustment.
Yeah, no doubts. I mean, TJ's kind of been that bounce guy for us. He started some games at the end of the year his freshman year, did really well. He came back and started a lot last year for us, and TJ wants the ball. TJ, he talks about, hey, coach, tell me one pitcher that I can't beat in our conference, and that's TJ's mindset, and he feels like that he's a true number one in the league, and I feel very confident that he's a true number one in the league as well.
Cameron Meisner looked like he's going to have a breakout season last year and went down to injury. He's back. How did he come through the fall?
Yeah, I mean, Cameron's just every day impresses me a little bit more, and we have not seen 100% Cameron Meisner in our fall schedule. He's been limited on what he could do. His training has been limited, and he just got released to be full go a couple weeks ago. So he has really made great strides, and he looks the part every single day. And he's one of those guys that you can build around and know that the team's going to follow his lead. He's just been outstanding for us all fall.
Any other players surprise you in the fall?
Yeah, I think biggest surprises offensively is a guy like Chris Cornelius, who's been a two-year starter and one of the best shortstops defensively last year in the league, and I've seen him take that next step as an offensive guy and really start to figure his swing out and put his hitting it's going to match up with his defense this year, and that's what's going to make him pretty special.
One thing last year that you really improved on from 2017 was your defense. You see the Tigers being that strong, catching it this year.
Yeah, I think we've got the guys in the pieces, and I think the challenge there is how do you find that right mix of needing the offense, but also having the right guys in the defensive position, and that's something we're going to deal with a little bit early. We want to err to the side of defense because we think pitching is a strength for us, and if we're going to pitch it well, we better be able to defend it. So we're really putting an emphasis on defense is important, and if you want to play on the everyday lineup, you better be a good defender, and we've had guys work pretty hard at that.
All right, last question. You absolutely are in the toughest conference in the country. There's no doubt about it, and I assume it's going to be just as tough this year.
No doubt. I mean, Coach Roach and I have looked at this a little bit, and just like we think it's going to be. Last year was a year that it was really tough. I mean, any team could beat any team, and we saw that happen several times. And as we're going through it and looking at it this year, it's like where do we fit in? This is going to be a knockdown, drag-out SEC year again, where every team's capable of winning it, and I think that we're going to see some strange things happen possibly.
Okay, thanks, Coach, for coming up. He's doing a great job as head coach of the Tigers. Let's get down to Simmons Field. Opening day is just a couple months away.
It's coming close.
All right, thanks, Steve.
Thank you.
Hey, folks, next week we'll have Mizzou wrestling coach Brian Smith right here at the flea market. That will be next Tuesday, December 11th. For more information, check us out at kctigerclub.com.